Am I the a-hole for not telling my kids the real reason why me and their father divorced? I have 2 teenage daughters with my ex-husband equals. We were together until my daughters were 8 and 10 when I found out my husband had been cheating on me for almost 3 years. Before finding out, I had already checked out the relationship because while he was out with other women I had to do 100% of the child care plus work a full-time job, so I never had time to myself. We did try to make it work, but I just didn't love him anymore, so in the end, we divorced. We split everything down the middle. We both had 50-50 custody since he started shaping up into a decent father. We both decided that we would never tell our children the real reason because I wanted my daughters to have a good and healthy relationship with their dad. My ex-husband did end up marrying the girl he cheated on me with, but I harbored no hard feelings. I just wanted her to treat my girls right. Fast forward now, my ex-husband and his wife have 2 sons 7 and 5, and I'm married to my husband 40, and I'm currently 6 months pregnant with another girl. We all get along well, and there are no hard feelings towards anybody. Sometimes, when I take my girls out, I take their brothers, and when me and my husband and I need alone time, they will take the girls. Recently, my daughters started putting together the pieces using their 7-year-old brother's birth date and when my and their father's divorce was finalized. I and their father didn't know they were doing this, but we did think it was weird that they asked us about our divorce until yesterday. Both of my daughters confronted me when I came home from work. I did try to deny it, but in the end, I told them what happened. They asked me why I didn't tell them, and I said because it was none of their business what happened in a previous marriage. Everyone is happy, and that's what matters. This caused a big fight of them claiming it was their business, and now they are upset with me but also have been ignoring their father, which is hurting him and his family. AITA? My ex and I did decide that we would sit them down later today and have a chat. Today, my ex-husband, me, and the girls were supposed to have a family chat, but he had a family emergency concerning his wife because she had twisted her ankle at her 7-year-old son's soccer game anyways. They were understandably upset and took this as another sign that he was putting his new family over them. I didn't say anything and instead, let them vent, and I comforted them. From what my ex-husband is saying, we would have to wait another time to have this conversation altogether. Regardless, I still wanted to talk to my girls tonight. At first, it was incredibly awkward and the air was filled with tension. I could feel that they didn't trust me and it hurt because it's my fault. I started talking and I first apologized for telling them that it wasn't their business. I reassured them that everything that happened in their home was their business and I was truly sorry for making them feel like they didn't matter because they were the most important things that ever happened to me. At this point, my 16-year-old started to cry a bit, which made me start to cry because I know the news was a lot for her. I ended up telling them the reason why I kept it for so long because I wanted them to have a good relationship with their dad and I didn't want them to worry about adult matters so young, especially when they already had a lot going on. I told them I just wanted to shield them from anything that could hurt them, which I then apologized for because, in the end, it was wrong and they deserved to know. I told them from now on I was going to be more open to any questions they had about me and their father's marriage. I also explained that I wouldn't tell them how they should move on when it comes to their dad and I would support them if they needed time away from them. I did tell them that any anger that they have towards their dad and stepmom, they should never take it out on their brothers. They said that they still love their brothers but they just didn't want to see their dad or stepmom right now. I asked them how they felt and they are understandably upset and felt like they were easily replaceable, which broke my heart. I told them that their father has a lot to work on but they can always count on me and they could never be replaceable to me. At this point, we were all crying while we were hugging. They ended up asking how I felt and I was truthful. I told them I was confused and I didn't know how to feel. By this point, we were quiet. My 16-year-old was laying her head on my belly while my 18-year-old was resting her head on my shoulder. I am going to try to get my 18-year-old back into therapy. They do want to cut off their dad and stepmom as a lot of you guys suspected, but they are afraid they won't see the boys anymore, which may be true. Regardless, I and my husband are 100% there for them. I'm very thankful for all the advice given. I was being completely selfish, which ended up hurting everyone even more. I don't know if I will make another upset because I'm 80% sure the family talk with my ex-husband will not happen.